Hey y'all, let's do that thing we do. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie along with
Lexi,
Dylan,
Casey,
and Johnny's here as well. That's right, the whole crew is in tow as we get ready to celebrate one of my all-time favorite movies. The day this podcast goes up, October 4th, will mark the 24th anniversary of the theatrical release of Tom Hanks' directorial debut of That Thing You Do.
Wait, Tom Hanks was involved in this?
Tom Hanks wrote it, directed it, co-wrote the songs, and co-starred in it.
I pay a lot of attention.
That's right, this show is also a tribute to our first celebrity listener, Tom Hanks. We have no actual confirmation that he listens to it, but we've always fantasized about it. So Tom, this one's for you.
I love this movie, but I never realized that.
I love this movie too. Long-time listeners would know. If you go back to one of our first few episodes, we did an episode where we did we used to do a segment called The High Five. We would count down our top 5.
Yeah.
And this one focused on movies and our 5 favorite movies. And this was included, of course, in my list. It still is there. It's one of my 3 favorite movies of all time, along with Mallrats and The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I think my whole list is Barbie movies.
Yeah, and then when we did our 100th episode, we both got to redo one of our high fives that we weren't satisfied with, and you redid your movies list.
Yes.
I don't remember this movie.
You can still go on the site, though, that hosts our podcast, and there's a post that shows my 5 favorite movies. I guess they're probably 6 because we used to do an honorable mention as well.
Nice. I was reading a book earlier today, and it had Tom Hanks' birth chart in it.
His birth chart?
Yeah, astrology stuff.
Really quickly, Johnny might be going to sleep on Casey, so you might not hear much from the littlest LexiConvert. Convict. We used to try to call our fans converts. That didn't really stick.
Convict? No, that's LexiCon. Convict.
Alright, so yeah, we're going to be doing one of our patented Lexi commentaries for a movie that we had nothing to do with. We're just fans of. We've all seen this movie. I've seen it repeatedly.
I like the vibes of this movie.
So I didn't feel any need to rewatch it again prior to this.
We used to watch this going to bed.
Yeah.
That's the only time I remember watching it.
So anyway, if you're listening to this, as I said, on the day it goes up, October 4th, it would be 24 years ago this movie came out in theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on video cassette, but it was in heavy rotation on video cassette. I still own it on VHS. I still have my original copy of it. It's down in the basement. And this, we're going to watch my DVD version of it today. This actually has 2 versions of the movie on it. It has the theatrical version, which is the one I've seen ad nauseum, and the extended cut. I might make some reference to the extended cut, but we're going to be watching the regular version of the movie, the one that most people are familiar with, and the one that I think is actually, for the most part, better. Maybe if I'd seen the director's cut or the extended cut first, I'd like it better. But having seen them both and having seen the theatrical version over and over, I think it's a tighter, more coherent movie. There's a couple things that I wish stayed in, but for the most part, I genuinely prefer the pacing of the theatrical version. So, alright, before we get started, we want to remind you to check out all the links in the description of this podcast for ways that you can help out with some of the situations currently plaguing us as a society and a country. And on that note, unless anybody has anything else they want to add, we'll start a countdown for anybody else watching along with us, and we'll get into That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then, since we're watching the 2-movie version, I'm going to get out of the main menu now. I've got the play theatrical version and play extended cut on whatever you may be watching along on, digital, DVD, VHS. Just get it queued up and get ready. I'm going to give us a countdown, say 3, 2, 1, play as usual, and we'll all play on play. 3, 2, 1, play. And we get the 20th Century Fox 20th Century Home Entertainment symbol, logo, sign, trademark,
Label.
name.
Label.
And now we get the FBI anti-piracy warning. In case you're watching a different version of this digitally or VHS or a different version of the DVD, I'm going to try to give a few cues here at the beginning until the movie actually gets going. And now dun 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 20th Century Fox logo from the theatrical version.
Yes.
This is Fox. Does Disney now own it?
I guess so.
Well, damn.
Disney owns everything.
I mean, at
They
this
don't own
point.
me. But
Yeah.
LexiCon is for sale.
Not
Are you
yet.
sure? Yeah.
Alright, here we go. 20th Century Fox presents. Those cards go away and we get a Clinica Estetia. Whoa, I wasn't prepared for that. Faded
Very
on
90s
downtown
vibes
Erie,
there.
PA, circa 60. The Beatles, I think, were in the U.S. by now, so maybe 64, I think, is when this takes place. That's gonna be my best guess. That Thing You Do is on the screen.
Yeah.
In white writing over colored boxes. And they get Patterson's Downtown Appliances. And I'm loving you lots and lots. I'm just loving you lots and lots.
Dog
I really like the
statue.
music in this movie. It's, typical late 50s, early 60s pop to mid 60s pop, I guess. But it doesn't feel dated to me. It doesn't feel... I mean, it feels of that era, but it doesn't feel like it has to be confined to that
Rabbit
era.
ears.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel dated to the 90s when the movie came out. It just feels
You
like...
guys don't know what rabbit ears
good,
are.
catchy pop.
That's before your time. Rabbit ears, that's what the antennas are called. They come out of the TVs.
I always like that. I always like that
antennas.
little move where he dances
Yeah,
with
they're
his
called
fingers down the
rabbit ears.
appliances.
Is it called them antennas?
Yeah.
They're called rabbit.
They are antennas. Oh, you're saying you just call them antennas.
Yeah.
I like this shot from inside the washing machine.
Nice.
Or maybe it's a dryer. No, there's no top-load dryers, are there?
It's a washer. Remember, he's going swish, swish,
Yeah,
swish,
yeah,
swish.
yeah. Good
But they
call.
do make top-load dryers, don't they?
I don't think so. They make
Not back in the
washers.
day when this
I don't think-
takes
I don't think they make
place.
top-load dryers.
I feel like they do.
No,
Why
because
top-
it
I don't
wouldn't,
think
it wouldn't
so.
dry the clothes well enough because they'd all just sit on top of each other. You need them to tumble around so you get that heat through there. You need the
He's
air to
supposed to be
flow through it.
hooking something to a stick.
Yeah, that's like a dishwasher, and like there's external. My grandparents. had
Oh,
one.
yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's a dishwasher that's not wired into your plumbing. You screw it into like the kitchen faucet. It's a portable dishwasher is what it would be called.
I think I
They're-
remember
they're
reading
big.
that in a Housewife book.
You saw it too, probably at your grandparents or your great grandparents' house.
I have no memory
Yeah.
of it.
What's more efficient for washing? A top-load washer or a horizontal washer?
Called front load, but I don't know. I don't know if there is any
Yeah,
difference. Del Paxton. Bill Cobb's playing Del Paxton in this. Bill Cobb's one of my all-time favorite actors. I never really saw him in a leading role, but he always sort of was this very engaging presence in any role that he took. So I always like to see Bill Cobb's in a film.
Nice. I was trying to ask like anybody else like the whole 60s style?
Yeah.
Yeah.
60s styles neat.
Yeah. I like older styles.
Tom Everett Scott playing along in one of his favorite jazz albums.
Nice.
I think Tom's character in this movie is a little bit older than the kids in the band. Most of them. There's one kid in the band, Lenny, who's I think more his age. He's like older. He's been in the military, served a tour, and come back. So he probably like mid-20s, and the others are like late teens or very early 20s.
Nice.
But he seems like he knows the kids, but he's not really friends with them before they all end up doing the band thing. And I'm not saying they become friends either, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And if not, we'll get into it. Or we
Yeah.
won't. We'll just run off on tangents about other silly stuff.
So there's 2 Toms?
Maybe even more.
Nice.
Everyone is a Tom.
His dad was waging a constant battle with him to get him to turn the lights off on the outside of the store.
Lol.
Yeah, Guy Patterson is Tom Everett Scott's character. He's unhappily working at his parents' appliance store. I called it Patterson's Downtown Appliance earlier. Johnny's passed that on Casey. I guess he's leaving us now.
That parallel parking though.
Yeah, in the extended cut, that's you find that's Faye's car he hit, but it's the car she drove here. There's Faye, so the female lead. But you find out that it was actually her sister's car, and she's like, "Don't worry about it. I don't really like her that much anyway."
Yeah.
So then he ends up buying the band breakfast, but that's all cut out of this version. Jimmy looking for a clever name for their band. He's trying to do something like the Beatles or the Beatles. They sound like the insect the Beatles, but it's spelled B-E-A-T, like the beat
Yeah.
from a song. So he wants to play off something like that. So he's coming up with stuff like the Corvettes
Yeah.
instead of
Dylan,
Corvettes.
how would you react if somebody hit my car that you bought?
And this girl swooning over a guy. That's Skitch Patterson.
I'd hit them with it.
Lenny calls him Skitch. I don't know what that's a reference to.
Okay, my car.
It's almost like a derogatory nickname.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of odd line deliveries in this movie. Not necessarily odd in bad, but they just stick out to you a little bit. But I love them for the most part. I like it.
I don't know why. I assume maybe it's just because
Here's one.
the movies.
Wait. It's gonna be. Hold on. I like Lenny's line here in a minute. He's trying to get Guy to come see him at the talent show they're doing.
Nice. So.
Here, right here
Yeah.
it comes. College girls, co-eds. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting line reads in the movie, but they're not bad like that. Why they leave that in? It's just interesting takes on the characters, and some of them make more sense if you see the extended version. Some of them still stand out either way.
Yeah, nice.
It's the best
That's
sketch
what I
about.
said. I don't know exactly why. I assume that maybe it's just because they were movies that I guess you'd put on or something when I was younger or whatever. But for some reason, this movie and Tin Cup always had the same vibes.
Yeah,
to me.
same era, and they would have been in our video around the same time. I would have seen them around the same time.
What?
What the fuck is that?
The
It's a
armadillo
movie about a
movie.
golfer. In the
I
opening
don't know
credits,
what it
it
is.
follows an armadillo along.
That's the only thing I remember about the movie, and I always called it the Armadillo movie.
I don't
so.
even know the movie.
No, you need to see it though. It's a great movie.
Armadillo.
You would like it.
I like it just because there's an armadillo. The VHS is somewhere on my side of the basement. Like in my stuff.
Chad, the drummer for the band here, is about to break it. There we go. He just broke his arm.
Wonderful.
And at first, the bass player's laughing at him.
Wait, what exactly happened there for him?
He was like leapfrogging over the parking meter, and yeah, he took this really wild bump.
Man, that's a
It almost looked like he just
Felt-
jumped and slammed down onto his arm just
It
to
didn't
do
look
it.
like too hard of a fall.
Look, that's a real TV show from the '60s. It's called like the Thunderbirds or something. It was marionettes. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I never saw it that I know of, but I'm familiar with it.
Interesting.
And that guy sees his rivals coming in. His dad's like, "Go, sir." He's like, "Do I have to?" And then he gets caught up in the vacuum cleaners here.
Just 10 years before you were born. It was the 60s.
But I was born in '79, so this would have been more like 15 years.
Well, yeah, no, I was saying just 10 years prior to you being born. It was the 60s.
You're
So,
technically correct.
yeah, 69.
Yeah, right here, Jimmy has a real hard on for you. The marionettes, not puppets, man. Get it right. Can I help you with today, gentlemen? Now they want to get Guy to play drums in their band for a talent show since Chad broke his arm.
Yeah. That
Every day.
happens when you decide to do dumb
There's
sit
that
on the
sketch
sidewalk.
nickname again. And just sit in for Chad
Don't sit
tonight.
on the
I'm sure it won't lead to
Right.
anything.
Don't sit on the sidewalk.
I thought this was weird the way Lenny just laughs about him
You've
breaking
got
his
eight.
arm, and Guy joins in just laughing like, "Oh, he broke his arm. That's so funny."
I mean, the way
Was it
he did it was
compound?
funny.
It didn't.
It didn't look like he accidentally did something. Like I said, it looked like he just jumped and purposely landed down on his arm.
Yeah, it's not the
Damn,
best
like that whole
choreographed scene. They just saw Guy's sister and his mom. In the extended version, there's like way more animosity between Guy and his sister than you see in this version.
Nice. I don't remember much of the things between the two versions.
Here they sell Guy on the idea that they'll split $100 if they win. So it's $100 presumably split between 4 people. So it's $25 each, which is good money in the '60s. I'm not coming down on it, but
How much was it in the 60s?
I'm not sure.
A lot of money.
But anyway,
Let me think. Bread was probably like 5 cents at most.
so here to agree to play with them, you want these magic hands. I always just say I had magic hands because I felt like I was good at massages. That's where I took that from.
Nice.
I want to have a massage kind of like Maddie's Magic Hands or just Magic Hands.
I still got massages.
Anyways,
That's
he
good.
tell $14.95 on sale. They got to buy that radio and 2 new record needles. So presumably they're spending about $16, $17.
Mm-hmm.
So if they split that, that's going to be like $8.50 a piece. So they're only going to be playing the talent show for like $16.50 a piece, which I mean is still decent, I guess. And it's still more about promoting the band and whatnot. But I was like, I don't know, extorted them a little bit.
Yeah, definitely sounds it.
Here's the quote unquote original version of that thing you do. It's much slower than the real well known version. And that's a big hang up for Jimmy. It's supposed to be a slow ballad. In the extended version, he really stresses that like slower. Really, they really stretch it out to slow it down.
Doing that thing.
No, it's more about Guy. It's more about the backbeat the Guy's playing. He really gets it down to a very slow beat.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh my God! Look, in the closed caption, it actually spelled it ONE-Derfol,
Yeah.
and that's the play on words they use their band name, the Wonders, spelled
Yeah.
O-N-E, and everybody mistakes it for the Oneaters.
Yeah.
She's explaining the Beatles thing that I explained a little while ago. Damn it, Faye, you're behind. I already explained that. We can move it along. But that's interesting that the closed captioning there spelled it Wonders. Or
That was
in that
cool.
case, Wonderful. Yeah, it looks like the Oneaters. No, the Wonders.
In design, put emphasis on the one.
You know, I gotta be honest, all the talent show acts they show are actually pretty decent.
Nice.
Here we have the folk girl group.
Yeah.
Folk music was big in the early 60s. That's the scene that Bob Dylan came out of.
Nice. 60s had good
His
music.
first couple albums would be like just pretty much straight up folk albums.
Dylan, opinion on folk music.
And then bring
I
it
don't
all
really
back.
know folk music.
God damn it.
Bob Dylan.
Early Bob Dylan.
Just
Like Mr. Tambourine Man.
I always liked the girls in glasses. They were vibing in the music. I thought they were cute.
Dylan. Opinion on Dylan.
Dylan, opinion on Dylan. I personally think Dylan's pretty good.
Yeah.
He has a froggy voice.
Except for that one Dylan.
Here we meet, here's Guy's girlfriend,
I know Dylan that book.
whose name I forget all of a sudden. Tina, that's her name.
Nice.
I'm glad I remembered it before he said it. Played by Charlize Theron. She ends up falling in love with her dentist. There's a little more in both her and Guy's relationship and hers and the dentist relationship in the extended version. There's a lot of relationship stuff in the extended version. Those relationships are extended and we see more of the bass player and the young lady from the girl group that he dates on the road, and we find out that Tom Hanks' character, who's going to come along as their manager, is actually gay, and he's with Howie Long plays his boyfriend. But all that's cut out of this version. Like I say, it'd be
I prefer
nice.
the extended version.
Huh?
I mean, just saying, I prefer the extended version.
This movie moves better. It has a better pacing. For the most part, I like the cuts they made. I could take
But
one.
gay.
There's one or two of the scenes I would enjoy having back in.
Yeah.
I mean, that I could take or leave because there's literally one scene. It's not like
I'm will
it's
full
not.
on take it.
It's not like they make a big deal about it. It'd be cool if it was in there, but it doesn't really affect the story at all, one way or the other. But I'd be fine if it was back in this version. I don't think it would hurt the pacing too much. You know, like the Miss Talent show sign where she leans over to gauge their applause. You gotta wonder about the authenticity of that, though. I feel like she could be rigging it for who she likes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's rigged.
Setting up.
And we're getting ready to see the emergence of the Wonders, their big moment.
Yes.
Don't need us.
This is a weird little bit of an exchange here between the MC and the kid in the crowd, giving him shit. I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
That's no
Definitely kind of
interesting line reads. Are you ready? I know at one point it's like, no. Mm-hmm. See, he goes with the, neaters. That's the Wonders.
Now he tells
Here we go,
Lisa
getting ready to play the
like
ballad, but
life,
guy's
like,
going way too fast. And Jimmy's like, no, guys, slow down.
Doing great.
And they do this scene really well because at first they're a little off and like they can't really catch up. Like this is not what we're used to, but then they're going to get into it about partway through. It's a well done scene.
Yeah.
And this song is catchy as fuck too. If you listen to this version is I think slightly sped up from the version that plays throughout most of the movie. They're like the main version of the song, so you can even tell it's like reworked as it goes along, which would make sense since this is the first time they played it at this speed.
Yeah.
And I think it's more up tempo than the later versions of it, but they're much more up tempo than the original version.
That one person hasn't changed their dance this whole time. They're doing the same move over and over again.
Okay, that's their move. You know, some people just have a move they go back to.
Yeah.
You know, Gen Z floss.
Yeah.
I like when they were singing there.
Said floss.
It's like you can hear their voices. They're not quite in harmony yet, but when it's looking over, you're starting to feel it. You'd be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one to hold you, keep you here with me.
Only Gen Z would dab and floss to this.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Talent show's digging it. The girls in the crowd. Tina doesn't care.
No, not one bit.
It's like the further back you get in the crowd, the less they care.
Makes sense.
I like, you're a lucky man. He's like, yeah, I'm good. Like Luna was gonna kick his ass or something. It could have gone really wrong too, though. You know, they'd just be like, I'm not playing it, and just guy up there drumming. The winner of the talent show, Guy Patterson.
That one dude in the green shirt or whatever that is, ain't looking. He's looking the opposite way and just playing his arms.
Nice. Movies become a lot more interesting if you just stop and watch the crowd.
He's looking. He's dancing. You talking about that guy dancing with his girl?
I didn't.
He's looking at her.
But it's like this before.
Unless she just joined in just
his
now.
arms up and down.
All right, there, the bass player. He just got into
before.
it there. I love that moment. He's like, I got it now. I'm in the rhythm.
Oof. Hit the broken arm. Anybody here have a broken bone? Other than
At
Mom?
the moment?
No, not at the moment.
I think she meant.
But again, other than Mom.
I've never had one diagnosed. I think I broke my toe once. I think I've broken my knuckles. but that would be it.
Mom, you all.
It's way too fast, man. It's a ballad.
You're lucky if you go your whole life without breaking it.
That look
Shit.
and that delivery by Guy Patterson reminds me of Scott the Woz on YouTube now. The Neater.
Lol.
Man, that blue drum set looks so much cooler.
You like blue and drums.
I like blue in general.
I know.
It's a blue.
That's your Among Us color.
Yes.
Surprisingly, my favorite color is not my Among Us color.
Right here. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but his guitar is going to come down. I always kind of wondered maybe that was just a blooper that they kept in.
That would be nice.
When he started jumping up and down in his truck for
that's just
like,
one of those things that's sort of out of, like, what was the point of it? I mean, maybe Tom.
It's just one of those little details to make it a little less movie, you know?
In the back of the car, somebody's drinking out of the trophy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what else would you do with a trophy? Dylan?
It sounds better fast. And Jimmy wanted slow, and he
Use
was
as a
wrong.
bowl. Eat some cereal.
Up tempo number.
Do you have a trophy
Yes.
they can eat cereal out of?
No.
That's what I thought.
It's baby shaped.
He mentions being in his uncle's band later on. One of his uncles is band.
Some cereal.
It's
You're going to bed long.
Lost their
Cereal.
life.
see
Not
that
even
she
talked
has
about
the
the
hair tied up. Not exactly tied up, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like places that have food in baskets like that.
I like places that have food.
I like places that have baskets.
I like places that have in.
I'm big in laundry hangouts.
Maddie, at your local laundromat.
They're back to playing a slower number here, but I like it too. It's a good song. I think all the Wonder songs, and for the most part, all the songs with the other groups are really good too.
Yeah. Basic.
It's all my lonely dreams. I thought it was all my only dreams. Fuck, was I wrong or is the captioning wrong? I've seen the caption.
Matthew realized something after 30 years.
Well, we know the caption is not always spot on because earlier it's spelled wonderful, O-N-E, wonderful.
Hasn't been 30 years.
It's literally been 24 years. I said that at the beginning.
24 years.
The 24th anniversary of its theatrical release.
It's close enough.
And Dad didn't see it in theaters.
It's close enough.
No, I probably didn't see it. In fact, I know when I first saw it. I don't know the date. It would probably be early '97. Would probably when the cassette came out. Yeah, we were still watching cassettes, but I don't even think DVD was around at that point.
When did DVDs come on?
It wouldn't have been too much longer. It would have been the later '90s. But I didn't have my first DVD player until I got my PlayStation. Well, my laptop played DVDs. I guess that was my first DVD player, and then my first sort of standalone DVD player was my PlayStation 2, which I would have gotten in like 2001.
Yay!
But I guess it would have been
You
early
also
90s.
got me in 2001.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it would have been like early '97, and I was sick. Like not seriously sick. I just had a cold.
Oh, Dad's
or something.
pissed. He left the damn light on again.
Yeah, that's a running thing, but it ain't gonna matter much longer because Guy's leaving the shop
Yeah.
soon-ish. I like the
Don't
dad's.
spoil the movie for people that may have never seen it.
I like the dad's car.
Mind you, if they haven't seen it.
If they didn't want spoilers, they should have tuned out a bit ago.
Yeah.
Presidential flashcards. Man, when I first saw this movie when I had a bad cold or a touch of the flu or something. It was probably springtime, so it was probably just cold. But I just stayed in bed for a few days, and I had my parents. I wanted a movie, and this is what I wanted to see that was available, and they rented it for me. So I watched it kind of on a loop for several days. And I remember that cassette had the preview for Baz Luhrmann's William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, which is a movie I thought about doing as a commentary on the podcast because I'd like you to see it and I think we could have some fun with it.
Yeah.
But Dylan and I rewatched it again recently, and it's actually better than I remembered it being, but I still say that the trailer is better than the actual movie. The trailer's way better. The movie's pretty good.
Nice.
But I loved watching that cassette, and I watched that trailer over, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see that movie. It's going to be awesome, and it wasn't. It was okay. But this is awesome. Like I said, it's still one of my 3 favorite movies of all time.
Nice. Don't got any memory of renting movies? Not digitally?
Maybe like a Barbie movie that you ran once.
That's awfully quiet that you're speaking over there.
Nice, I have no memory of renting a Barbie.
I don't know what
I
Barbie
remember-
movie it
I
was.
feel like maybe we rented a Bratz movie.
I don't know.
Bratz,
It was
babies,
something.
baby Bratz.
Nice. No, I only have like this one memory.
I love that first Bratz Babies movie, the one where they
Yeah.
have like their daycare at the mall.
Yeah.
I like
Second
the
one is
skate one.
The
interesting.
second one's not so good.
I like
Yeah.
the skate one. I
Yeah, that one's good though. What were movies that we watched? Like kind of more children's movies that we watched were really good. Barbie, Pollywood, all of them. Can we just do like kids movie month?
No,
Why?
because I have no interest in it. Do that on your own podcast.
Damn it.
Because it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Not by herself, it's not.
Maddie, you're off for a month.
Cool, you have fun uploading it.
Nope, you're still in
coming up
charge
with
of
the
uploading.
thumbnails and doing the edits and promoting the show.
Yes.
everything.
I can help
He's
with
still doing
thumbnails.
behind
That's
the
all I can
scenes.
do.
Here we go.
Wait, I could do the thumbnails.
This is something like I was telling you about earlier. His uncle records in a church,
Nice.
and that also ties back to guy was saying he was in a band with his uncle. So I assume this is the same uncle. It's Chris Isaacs. He's a
Probably.
musician in real life. Did a pretty well-known song in the '80s, "Wicked Game," or maybe late '90s, with a video that was pretty controversial at the time. But if you look back on it now, it's like, yeah, really.
Nice.
But apparently, churches have really good acoustics for recording.
Good to know.
Yeah,
guess.
So guy's like, yeah, that music's pretty good. I'll give it a +2. +2 to music.
I always like the clapping that Faye and the uncle are doing. I always try to replicate that and sing the song along with it.
Nice.
I'm not going to try to clap along now because I can't see her and I'd be off rhythm, but...
I'm sorry.
And that was swinging, man. That's good, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Uncle Bob.
Cool.
Oh,
See, there he says all my... Now the caption says all my own dreams. So is it all my own dreams, all my lonely dreams, all my only dreams?
Something
All
is
of the above.
confused.
Couldn't
Do you
you
think
look it
I've
up
heard
and
a
find out for
movie?
sure?
I could, but it wouldn't guarantee that that's the lyric. The lyric could be slightly different than the title.
Do you think I've heard a movie they purposely searched something small like that up just to mess with people?
I'm gonna add an L.
Add
O-N-E?
that to the notes for the movie that we're gonna wait like 20 years to make a sequel to.
He just
I've
bought
been
like
making
5
it 20
copies of the
years.
same song.
Remember the movie we
He
discussed
really plans
on the
on
other
Look,
show?
he drops discs a lot, and these are happening to
They're not
shatter.
discs, they're
They're
LPs.
records.
He
Right.
drops records a lot, and they happen
They're
to
actually
shatter.
45s.
You know, like for the record player we have
Well, I
there
mean, to
under
be
our
fair,
computer.
vinyl is going to wear out after a while. After the needle's going around, so he probably wants to have backups.
He happens to break them a lot. He needs a lot of copies.
They don't break very easily. Not as easily as CD.
Well, he plays frisbee with them.
Somebody get me.
None of them are going to break that
thing
easily
that's
unless you do it
CD.
intentionally, but the very nature of how you play a record is going to cause it to wear out faster than...
I said somebody get me a thing and a CD.
A thing and a CD.
Y'all know.
One thing, a
Okay,
hammer.
I'm going to get a thing and a CD. I'll be back.
I have a CD that I mean to break.
Y'all buy it for a little while.
I don't know what you
Put on
mean
the
by a
craft
thing.
for that.
Me neither.
The
She said a thing.
A record thing.
Oh, the record player?
No, not the record player. I don't want to break
The
the
needle?
record player. No,
Yeah,
like
she wants the actual record.
but the
An LP.
little one.
She wants a 45.
There's like 10 different types of records, okay?
Wait, what?
That's what the little records are called, or LPs. They're called 45s.
Like I said, there's like 10 different types.
Does it say she want a
Yeah,
thing
an
and a
LP is a
record?
full
No, a thing and a
album.
CD.
A thing and a
Turns out all the
CD.
CDs are out here, so... There's a
Yeah.
CD.
Alright.
We're going to get you a thing.
Which one is this? Oh man, you handed me one of mine.
I thought you were actually getting one of the thingies.
What, you want one of his?
I don't want to break a good one. I'm not actually gonna break it, but that was part of the joke.
We'll replace it.
Okay.
You'll replace it.
No, I'm broke.
Which one is that?
Panic at the Disco: Death of a Bachelor. Oh, good.
Hopefully it's a cheap thing.
Probably. Sold me what?
That's
3
actually
years
worth like
old?
$100 now.
God, your father's taking a very long time to get a thing.
No, I actually said I have a Katy Perry CD in my room that I need to break. it got a little messed up.
They're
so I was gonna
singing.
make it and put it on something. So I'm
Doing that thing
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool to make artwork with the side of a CD? Wouldn't it be cool to make artwork with the side of a CD?
Why?
Oh, look, they're back at
Isn't that one
Patterson's.
CD?
But if the CD's already damaged.
No, it sucks double-sided CDs. It's like, which side is which?
I think this is
Don't you hate
where.
double-sided CDs?
I've never noticed a CD that's shiny on both sides.
That has
No, I mean that
nothing to do
literally has one
with-
thing on both sides. Like
Oh.
I believe.
Don't they have a
DVD,
label then?
not CD.
Well, yeah,
think-
we're off
like
talking
the-
about who
the
knows
it
what
DVD.
again.
Doesn't have a label for each side?
No, because each side plays like one
here
side
comes-
part two.
Here comes the
other side's
record
part
person
two.
guy.
Yeah, so wouldn't one
That's gonna
side
give 'em a
say
record
part 1
deal.
and the other side say part 2?
No, because that might ruin the reading of it.
Wait.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're saying it's shiny on both sides?
Yeah,
Before they put a label on it, it is.
there's no label on it.
You're not part of this conversation, apparently.
I know, because we're not supposed to be in the off conversation. We're supposed to be
That's
commentating.
debatable. We're
Like
still
the
on
FTV
topic. We're talking about
There's no
DVD.
label on either side. It's a double-sided DVD. One side plays
There's
part
no
one.
sort of marking or anything?
This
No,
is the
not
guy
that
that's
off.
going to
got
start
clear
making them
hope.
famous. And get them in touch with the
That just
better
seems
record
lame.
manager. This is their first
Okay, here's the
manager.
thing.
Awesome.
But there's no label on the It TV series DVD, right? It's
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no
just
labels.
it doesn't. Most double-sided DVDs will have a small, like a little circular label right at the center where the hole is.
Yeah, like right here at the middle.
It doesn't even have that.
God damn.
And if it does have anything there, it doesn't tell you which side is which. It just says the same thing on both.
Nice. I did it.
Well, it's the best
We
way
have
to do.
records somewhere.
I can't.
I guess they're all in the basement.
Yeah, I think. Well, Alex has some.
Don't
She had
mess
some
up
not
my
that
thing.
long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Lexi,
What?
I'm sorry. You had some 45s.
Oh yeah.
How y'all like this? How y'all like this stew?
Stew?
Yeah, y'all were missing it.
Yes.
You're
yes,
not getting
yeah.
close up again. The bass player likes it.
What's the difference between stew and soup?
Stew is thicker,
Yeah.
chunkier.
You know, I actually looked this up the other night.
Soup is thick with 3 C's.
Okay, so what's the difference between a
Well, that
chowder,
stew
a
was
stew,
thick.
and a soup?
Chowder wasn't involved.
Chowder is thick with 2 C's.
Stew is like
Sick?
Stew.
Sick stew, bro.
stew is thick with how many C's?
Steubenville. 3. But you can go 4, but I don't know if you want to go
And
that
soup
far.
is thick with
like
okay.
1 C. It's
with
just
a K.
thick.
the thick.
It's thin. Soup is thin, let's be honest.
But I know the other day I was Googling something and came across the difference between soup, stew, and chili.
Where's chili coming?
What?
Where is chili coming?
What do you mean?
Remember on
Like,
Good
where
Mythical
is it
Morning?
compared to
On Good
that?
Mythical Morning, they put chili in with their soup competition. And it's like
Yeah.
chili's not a soup.
No, it's not.
What's the difference between them?
Chili is chili. It's like
Chili is really,
Meat
really
and
thick. It's
beans
thicker
and
than a
shit.
stew.
The difference was
It's like its own separate food.
Chili is thick with like 17
A
C's.
smile is to keep. Oh,
Yeah,
here's the
February
dentist.
64. I nailed it.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, this is when Tina's gonna
Buds.
get all wet for the dentist.
Buds.
Looky.
So I thought you were going to test your theory about a CD and a record. Go get a record.
He walks out and look. You can just see her
Wait,
panties
wait.
getting wet right now. When she gets up, there's gonna be a spot in that chair. She saw that dentist. Look at that. I think she just came.
I'll go get you that one. Good.
Okay.
Don't know how to find one. I'll be back.
She
See,
said
that's why
they're
the
in
big
that
smile.
windowsill.
Oh yeah, no, sit.
What? Shush! Look, look!
Sit, no.
Their song's going to be on the radio.
First off, Army Navy store. This is a
He's going to
precursor.
Join the army.
No, he joins the Marines.
Well, he's joining the military.
It's a little.
Dog
It's
statue.
a precursor. That dog is that's the RCA Victor dog.
That's
name-
awesome.
I think his name was Victor. It was based on a real dog.
Awesome.
That's the RCA Victor logo. But yeah, this scene coming up where their song plays on the radio for the first time.
Yeah.
This is literally one of my all-time favorite movie scenes. It's up there with Luke, doing the flip and catching his lightsaber from R2. It's up there with Dory driving the truck. It's up there with Cap getting Mjolnir. It's one of my favorite movie scenes.
Nice.
I absolutely love the unabashed joy
See,
of
here
hearing this song
goes.
on the radio.
Like she's going to swallow this
She's
stamp.
just realizing, oh my god! She forgets to put her mail in the mailbox.
Mood.
And she's running along. She's going to run to the bass player. And they're going to meet up at the store with Guy. And then Lenny and Jimmy were together. They pull up out front. It's just an absolutely wonderful scene. And just the joy the band feels
So
in
he
hearing
just
their song on
joined
the
the
radio.
military.
He didn't join anything. He bought a jacket. You don't join the military at an Army Navy surplus store.
Sure he did.
With every purchase, you join the military.
No, oh my gosh, Hunger Games mood. Hunger Games.
Look, they're using
buying,
earbuds. I didn't even know earbuds
bread.
were. I didn't even realize that.
in
Were
it.
earbuds even a thing in the '60s? I guess
by
they were.
beans.
But
I mean,
it's
it
not something I would
might
ever
not
thought
just be
about.
bread, but
You know,
yeah,
because
like
they're so
getting
popular now. Here we go.
Oh my beans.
Yeah, there he goes.
Someone
turning
needs
it
to
on
tell
all the
me if
radios.
earbuds were-
Here, I love the flourish with which he pulls out the cord here. Here we go. Just wait for it. Girl! Inadvertently spawning a
Man,
dance
he
from the
plugged
70s.
that in
for-
like perfectly.
Yeah.
How many
It
takes do you think it
happens
took to plug that in?
It happens sometimes.
It'll take 762. I'll get it right this time. I'll plug it in perfectly.
It's like they don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm like, what?
I wonder why he had to beat on it. I guess just trying to get that tune perfect. They just stop in the middle of the street. Look, they just leave the car there.
Yeah. Doors open and all. Did they even turn it off?
Nope.
There's no way I had time to turn it off. Maybe put it in park.
Somebody just comes up and steals it.
Guy and Lenny hugged twice. Did y'all notice that?
No.
Like Lenny looks like he's gonna go kiss Guy's sister here or something.
Yeah.
Then he accidentally knocks over the display and then kisses it. I wonder if that even looks like it could have been ad-libbed.
It could have been.
And then you see the traffic starting to line up out there. But now they're all friends, all happy. Everything's perfect at this moment. I love this scene.
It is a very happy scene.
It is an absolute perfect scene. High fives to the display.
How would you feel if you and a son this happened in it?
I just joined
How
it.
would you feel?
I don't know.
Is
That's
it my,
not saying you-
is it my
you-
song? I mean, I don't know.
No, but you, like you feel like just seeing people getting happy and things like that. That's why I was asking you.
No, I hate seeing people getting happy if it's not me.
Target, dude.
Spartacus!
Target, dude.
I love Target.
Look, lights on again.
It's true. A mile pony, dude.
Typewriter. I have
Hey, we have one of those in the closet.
Yes, yes, we do.
Not necessarily that specific brand though.
No.
Yeah, I have a typewriter.
I should show you. We saw a Bluetooth keyboard meant to look like a typewriter.
No,
Yeah,
here's
pretty
you
fucking
know,
cool.
not just that keyboard, but they've been commenting on TikTok lately, at least on my TikTok, some keyboards that are designed to have the keys just like a typewriter for the
All day,
for noise, just to make
I know
more
we're supposed to be
noise when
eating there,
typing.
but
Gotta get that satisfying click.
do you like her pink telephone, Lex?
Yes. I very much like pink phones.
Do you like her hair dryer?
Yeah. I'll take her hair always.
I am
How old is this?
Spartacus.
Curly hair.
They seem annoying.
That's another good bit of
Whoa.
foreshadowing there, because I mean
What? Go to bed. Curly hair.
he seems to really like the movie Spartacus and identify with the character, but he kind of is Spartacus. He does sort of lead them to their own prominence. I guess.
Nice. City.
I think it's Pittsburgh, is it?
Is it?
I think so.
That place is air conditioned.
I know it's somewhere else in Philadelphia. You know.
He's like,
I know it's somewhere else in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Vicksburg and Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia has become the entire state now.
Oh my gosh, I misspoke. Like you've never
Philadelphia is
done.
the entire USA.
Drawing on the things.
There was a whole little extended thing with Boss Fit Cost too, where like Lenny uses his bathroom or something,
Nice.
or they accidentally go into his dressing room at first.
Yeah.
Like I say, the extended version is totally worth the watch. I like the theatrical version better, but
There was a lot happening in a somewhat small.
You see a little bit more foreshadowing with the bass player there. The bass player doesn't even have a name. He's literally credited as TB player. Which is like, you could just give him a name, but I guess they thought that was funny. But he's in there doing push-ups because
His name is Todd, bass player.
Wouldn't it be more like Todd Bernard player?
Maybe.
Nobody has a name bass. I mean, except unless you're a Mega Man character.
I was about to say, wait a second.
I don't know. Let's go look in a phone book. Look up white pages. See if anybody has last name Base.
Anybody still use phone books and white pages and all that?
What's that? I can't hear you, Lex.
Go to whitepages.com.
I just go straight to Google.
We got the Vicksburgs in Pittsburgh.
Use it.
I use whitepages.com.
But what about a phone book?
How about
What's
white? Never mind.
pages?
Well, gosh darn it. If they had paper phone books still, I'd use it.
I'm pretty sure they do. I picked them up out of the yard within the
Yeah,
last
but
year.
those are mainly like yellow pages. I don't see like white pages. Like
The difference!
Yellow pages are business listings. White pages are home lines.
It's not just one thing.
They used to come in
They were
one,
all
but
in the
they
same
come-
book, but yeah, the first part of it was the white page that had all the residential listings, and the back was the yellow page that had all the business listings.
and then sometimes you got supplement yellow page books that were like this thick.
Wasted paper.
Not back then when there was no internet or anything to be looking stuff up, and everybody didn't have cell phones they'd keep a million numbers in.
I keep like 3 numbers in my
But
phone.
just put it all in one book.
It was all in one book.
But she was just saying that sometimes the yellow page is not in the book.
Well, that's for somebody who just wants the business listings. You don't need residential listings because then you're using less paper to distribute the information somebody
There was
needs.
that commercial that used to even say the yellow pages.
The yellow pages. The yellow page
You remember
road.
that commercial?
And let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages. That was.
I don't know. It was the
Yellow
dude. I
page
just
book.
remember the dude always saying the yellow pages.
I don't remember some dude saying through yellow pages, but I
The
remember
guy that's
Yellow
on like the
Pages.
Sandlot. That guy. What's his name?
The Sandlot.
Have you ever seen the movie The Sandlot?
Yeah, I love the
You
Sandlot.
know the dude at the end of the movie, the black dude.
Oh, James Earl Jones.
He used to be.
You know he's the voice of Darth Vader too.
I did not know that, but he what'd you call it? He was in the
Yeah,
yellow.
I guess he did do. Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
Okay.
the famous thing associated with yellow pages is always
God, but the game night cat is here.
let your fingers do the walking, or let your fingers do the talking. I guess it was walking.
Teddy's losing hair again.
And here we go. Tom Hanks, Mr. White,
Tom Hanks!
Tom Hanks.
the manager who's going to take the wonders onward and upward.
According to my book, he was born at 11:17 a.m.
Do you like the hairdo?
Him and his wife had coronavirus not too long ago.
Really?
That was months ago. That was back
Right.
at the start of the pandemic.
Weren't they in Australia?
Yeah.
They're home now.
We're glad they
I
recovered.
hope so. Same.
Number one celebrity fan of LexiCon.
It would not have been a good 2020 had we lost Tom Hanks.
No, we would have lost our first celebrity fan. That's not really our fan yet. But if he heard the podcast, I'm sure he
could
would
be
be.
a fan.
Maybe this will be the one.
Would he be slightly concerned that I know his birth time?
No, it's
And was,
A lot of people
and was
probably know
observing his birth chart
if you could
in
find the
detail.
information. I mean, that's a little
lot of
strange.
people.
I could, not off the top of my head, but I could go grab a book and tell you all of his astrological signs.
A lot of people could probably do that.
I mean, yeah, the book is.
Well,
It's
tweet
not
him
some
and see
very
if he
expensive
responds
book.
to you and find out.
Guy looks like he could be Mr. White's long lost son. Maybe that's the backstory here that wasn't even in the extended version. He's actually
It was in the Super Duper Extended
he's
version,
Mr. White's
released.
long lost son from a one night stand back when he was young and still figuring out what he wanted out of life, and
It's in
that's
the
why he
notes.
wants to help the band.
It was gonna be in the sequel. That other thing you do.
It's in the fanfic.
Who makes
Oh, God.
fanfic for that thing you do?
I don't know.
Who doesn't
But
make
I'm-
fanfic for the thing you
Are
do?
you saying you
I'm a
have?
little scared.
Hey, you don't know everything about me.
I mean, are you trying to suggest
Oh,
that
look
I
at
would?
Teddy trying to cuddle with Dylan.
And you would.
Exactly. What don't I make fanfic about at this point?
The Apple Dash thing you stopped.
Hey, no. I made the fanfic. I made the fanfic.
You stopped it.
Because it's just like for me.
I have no idea what you just said because you're talking so quietly back there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, none of that has anything to do with anything we're seeing on screen or anything anybody else that out there wants. It's like you and your brother just having your own separate conversation over that. It has nothing to do with the show. It doesn't need to be recorded. But then on top of that, you're talking so quietly, nobody's even hearing the conversation. Here we go, the end of the Oneaters. was.
sure.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I'm pretty sure that outfit is in Sims.
What outfit?
His black shirt, red
Lenny?
tie, red pants situation.
Right now,
I'm pretty sure it's a styled look in Sims.
They'll need a style.
We should make them.
Nice suits, because you were nice boys. Except maybe for you.
You suck.
No, he's got to have that sort of bad boy image because he's the drummer. You got to feel like there's a little parallel here with Guy taking over for Chad as the drummer, and then the band taking off. Sort of like the Beatles. Ringo wasn't the original drummer for the Beatles. Pete Best was, and they had one or two other drummers before they got to Ringo too. But then of course Ringo was the one with them when they went to their greatest success, and so I feel like there might have been a little play there.
I feel like this whole thing is kind of based off Beatles.
Well, except the Beatles weren't one-hit wonders.
No, but...
Which, in case you don't get it, I assume that's why they're the wonders, because Mr. White makes reference to that later on, one-hit wonders.
Well, yeah, but still.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Who is Faye? They all just...
There's a lot of parallels to Beatles.
They point to...
They're like the Monkees.
They're not like... You know what the Monkees were a made-up band for a TV show. Even though everybody in the group were musicians, they didn't really play their own music or write their own songs. They were just people cast for a TV show. I love the Monkees, don't get me wrong, but they're not like the Monkees
You know,
either.
it goes on at like late at night.
Does it? I love them. I used to watch the Monkees like crazy when I was a kid. I used to watch it on Nickelodeon on Nick at Night.
It comes on Sling
You know
TV
what I
on
watched
one of
on
their
Nick
channels.
I love the fucking Monkey. Daydream Believer is a great song. What?
George Lucas. I'd wake up to that. Like, I would wake up to the theme song, like, oh, it's
George
about such
Lopez
and such
show
time
is a
in the
good
morning.
show.
Yeah. I remember I'd have my TV on Nick or whatever, like back when I was in school, and I'd wake up at some point in time with that on, and I'd be able to know what time it was. Like, I'd watch some of it, and I'm like,
I know the feeling.
This has been on for so long.
My life used to be like that. You go to sleep to something, you wake up to something. That's sort of how you tell times by the TV shows.
Yeah.
You're gonna start paying me? I didn't say that. She got a promotion now because Guy's leaving to bang on his bongo drums.
Cool.
Here we go, the Playtone Galaxy of Stars. A nice cross-section of late 50s, early 60s pop music. There's no real artists. Well, there's nobody here that's supposed to be a real-life band that was around at the time, but they're all sort of versions of the types of groups and artists you would see at the time, the different styles and sounds.
Nice.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Will you get off the Monkees?
What are all the monkeys?
I just told you what the Monkees were. The Monkees was a TV show about a band. And they released albums and stuff.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
And the people who were cast to play the band were, for the most part, real singers, songwriters, and performers, but they didn't really write or record their music. I mean, they did to a degree. Like, Davy Jones sang the songs.
I forgot about
And I think later on they got more into
Hey,
it.
Davy
but
Jones, wasn't that a character on the Brady Bunch
He
at one
did.
time, too?
Yeah, playing himself. Yeah, it was like Marsha's dream date, and she ended up going to prom with him.
Wait, Davy Jones, isn't that the demon or somebody, or the
yeah.
devil in
The famous,
SpongeBob?
Yeah, and in the Pirates of the
Remember, go to Davy Jones's locker?
Devil?
Yeah, but it's not from SpongeBob. I mean, Davy Jones' locker is like when you die at sea. That's a famous...
He's not a demon or a devil. He's a ghost.
He's pretty demonic.
But he's still a ghost.
But is he a demon is the question.
No.
I couldn't think of the right term at first. Leave me alone.
Mr. Downtown.
Downtown.
Honestly.
Isn't that like a Dave Jones thing in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, they literally just said that.
Why am I even here?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
There's not a conversation happening between the
Didn't hear
boys.
that part.
I'm here to make redundant comments and drink alcohol, and I'm not out of alcohol yet.
Yeah, sounds.
How do we like the red suits?
Yeah,
The suits that are red.
yeah. Pretty nice.
Got guys' glasses. They're building that persona of shades for him.
Why?
That's going to be his new nickname, Shades.
Because I guess the manager thought it would be a good gimmick for him.
Tom Hanks thought it was good.
Have an identity. Well, that's not crazy that you sort of manufacture an identity for
Yeah.
a band, especially back then.
Yeah.
Not to say that people don't manufacture personas now either, but
Yeah. Nice. Teddy, opinions?
alright, what if they want an encore? Then you unplug and you run off the stage. Like, they literally show them doing that later too. Like, they do the thing, and the crowd's not necessarily asking for an encore, but they're like They do the thing, unplug, and then just truck off.
Just run as far as they can.
That reminds me of the One Direction movie where they would try and get away from fans and went into a store and was
One
locked
Direction
in.
had a movie?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
God damn, y'all. Literally, here's the story. Netflix, this is back when Netflix rented out DVDs. I was really into Maroon 5 at the time, but I rented that DVD because like people were talking about One Direction and all. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this movie. I finally watched the movie, and that's when I got into One Direction.
Hey, remember when One Direction?
And then I was into One Direction.
I'm about to get punched.
Why? What did you say?
Remember when One Direction existed?
You doing that thing you do. Welcome to Dylan Mumbles the Hits. Quick, call out a song for him. Anybody, somebody, give us a song. Y'all are slow on the
Hokey
uptake.
Oh, God.
How did the Hokey Pokey go?
Somebody call it like a pop song or a rock
Here
song.
he goes, that's a hokey pokey guy.
Kiss the Girl. Whatever the title of the song is.
Fuck y'all. This is the best y'all can come up with?
It's the first thing. Look, I was thinking Dylan and pop music. It had to be Katy Perry and Bruno
Twist and
Mars.
shout, Dylan.
Oh, I thought you said Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid. Not I Kissed a Girl and I liked it.
Kiss the girl.
You know, I only know that song because of TikTok.
Which one?
What?
The Little Mermaid one.
How do you only know that from TikTok?
Because I've never seen the movie.
Still.
I've only seen like 10 minutes of it, but I know it.
I only know it because I was on Disney TikTok. I'm always on Disney TikTok.
You're banned.
For my own show?
Yes, leave.
I have questions.
Leave.
Sebastian conducts the song.
This right here, this part where they're playing on the big map, this might actually be an homage to like something that happened in the Monkees. If not in the Monkees, it might have been one of the other, like one of the Beatles movies or something.
Nice.
I feel like it's taken from somewhere else. I could be completely mistaken about that, but I think it is.
I think
We had a map like that painted in a parking lot at school.
How would y'all like to be on a rock and roll bus tour?
yeah, Bolton Elementary's backwards one.
Yeah.
I had it.
Oh, here we go. The bass players meeting one of the girls. I think they're the Chanterelles is the girl group in here, sort of like the Supremes.
Carnival.
But yeah, he has a relationship with her on the road. And in the extended version, there's a part in this montage. There's a part in this montage where guys going to show the bass player where they are in the Billboard charts, and you actually see that he was in bed with the girl.
Nice.
But that's cut out of this version.
The extended version is
This
the
scene
same-
right here. In the extended version, the girl from the Chanterelles is actually in his bed, not Guy's bed, the bass player's bed.
The extended version just seems like the relationship version.
And before that, you saw their original drummer Chad getting the help wanted sign at Patterson's. I always thought maybe he kind of gets close with Guy's family as much as you see them in the movie because it's not really about them. But I always thought it would have been interesting if like he and the Guy's sister ended up together, but that's not ever shown anywhere, even in the extended version.
It's in the fanfic.
Exactly. See, there you go.
No, they're on TV.
I like this song too. This is the one where Lenny sings lead.
Nice.
I like all the songs. Like I said, I never owned the soundtrack. I don't really know why, but I would have totally played it.
It does seem odd for you to not own the soundtrack.
Those are fancy ones.
Do you often own soundtracks?
I've owned a few.
Nice.
Tell your mama that you're leaving. Tell your daddy. Oh no, Dylan, you should be mumbling it.
I'm not sure he knows this one.
Wait, the lyrics are on the screen.
I know, but like, does he know how it's supposed to be going?
I just gave him a little bit of it. What does it matter? He's just mumbling it. You've heard of mumble rappers. He's the mumble singer.
Oh, God.
They're still wearing the red suits. Were they wearing the red suits on every time we saw them on the
I
tour?
think so.
Yeah.
Might be the thing.
Yeah. I know at one point they wear gold suits.
Nice.
Like right before they come off the
Gava.
tour.
Opinion on gold suits?
The gold. I like gold.
Nice. I don't think I'm fond of gold suits. I like the anti-alien one.
This is one of those scenes that you can tell everybody's character-wise. Everybody's having fun up there on stage, living out their dreams. I like things like this that just show the joy in the
like
journey.
Tom
The
Hanks'
little
little
pop
thing,
with the arm
yeah.
of Tom Hanks, yeah. Well, that matched up with a beat in the song, too, which we're not
Nice.
listening to.
No.
And Faye clearly in love with the band, even though her man doesn't. Her man loves the music more than her. That's another running thread in it.
Nice.
What kind of flags we got hanging there? Just Illinois state flag, the American
Maybe.
flag.
I couldn't see too
I
many of the
I don't know what
flags.
the Illinois state flag looks like. For all I know, it was.
I don't know.
I should
I'm
know.
assuming that was it, but
I did an online quiz about this a little while ago, but I don't remember.
about all about the Illinois state flag.
Totally, no, it was just about
All about flags appearing in the background of rock and roll movies. It's a
Yup.
very specific quiz.
Yes. Mainly it was only about this one.
What flag is that?
Yeah, it was literally just this scene. That was it.
Is that one question?
Here's the. I think it's the Chantrellines. It's either the Chantrels or the Chantrellines.
Nice. I like the little setup thingy. I don't know.
What, like the band back there? That's like
I
the back.
guess.
That's like the Playtone band. They were backing up Mr. Downtown too.
The Playtone band looks like
Just
they should
an
be
interesting
playing Game of
style.
Family Feud with all the little standings. Like, welcome to
It does look
Playtone
game
Have you
show.
ever seen
Very
Family
game
Feud though? There's like
Not
two
family-
long
yeah,
sets.
it's not
Maybe
Family Feud, but very game
Some
show.
game show.
Very game show.
Did you like the bass player's moves there?
Yes, yeah. Like I did, but
Did you say I assume?
what?
Did you say I assume?
No.
Got any threes?
Go
Seats like
fish.
that look both uncomfortable and very, very comfy. Very satisfyingly comfy.
What do what now?
Like those booth seats. Look very
They just look like
satisfying.
booths.
Yeah.
No, because they have like a bunch of those curvy
These
bits.
look like booths.
No.
I think you're close.
Did you say they look like
No, booths
boots?
have like
The booths.
one big curvy.
Okay. Not
Those
boots
have
from
like a
door.
lot. Not boots like the cat wears. Oh my gosh, can we put boots on your cat?
Why would you want a little monkey to ride his cat?
What? Oh god.
Baby monkey.
Not the boots I meant.
Baby monkey. Riding on the cat, baby monkey. And the boots isn't a baby. I don't think.
He's not a baby.
He's a kid.
Though in an episode we may have seen baby boots.
The dark backstory of Dora kidnapped that baby monkey from his family.
How old is Boots?
He's
That I
37.
don't know.
37.
I know we see his
Wow.
dad in the show though. His dad's a construction worker.
His dad's 52.
I have questions. A lot of questions.
And the first one is, do monkeys even live that long?
Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah. Good one. Monkey years versus human years would be a good one too. I'm gonna need to go back through this podcast just to get my Google list.
Giant Google list.
Yep.
To add like 700 more things to it.
Wait.
On top of the million things you already have. Also known as the
Good place
things
to
that
go
you
on
gonna
this
Google
movie.
at one point but then forgot.
Gun Google?
Gonna Google.
Good place to go on
Gun
this movie.
Google.
Which girl?
The main one.
Faye?
Yeah.
It's Liv Tyler, Steven Tyler's daughter.
Nice.
She was Arwen in Lord of the Rings, and
That's what I recognize.
she's in Jersey Girl too. She's what's her name? What the hell is her name in Jersey Girl?
I have
I
no
don't know,
idea.
who are you talking
Maya. She's Maya, the girl that
She's
Ben
the
ends up
movie-
with.
Yeah, she's the video.
Store
Clerk.
clerk.
Nice.
She was also in a bunch of Aerosmith videos in the early 90s. Because her dad's Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Cool.
She and, Alicia Silverstone. Those are some,
I don't think I've ever seen
I
an
like those
Aerosmith
videos.
video.
From the Get a Grip album.
That's a nice dress.
Dane wearing the dress from the Roman Centurion collection. There's the gold suits. Gold.
Yeah. Okay, Dylan, what's better, gold and black or gold and white?
The gold and black, of course.
about? Not so, both are actually really good.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm with Dylan. It really depends on
Get
the
the
mood.
both of y'all get the fuck out of
Depends
here.
on-
Well, okay, guess Mom and Dad advocated the podcast.
Good
Bye.
luck.
Wow, what's gonna be different about that?
Hey.
I'm gonna give you that record finally.
Alright. Very giant bow on that dress. Got myself.
Look out, Wisconsin. It's the Wonders.
I have questions. 60s. 60s is the answer.
I heard a thing on Facebook today. There's a
She doesn't
place
look well.
in
She's
Wisconsin
not. She's getting sick.
where you can buy the world's largest mozzarella stick.
We're going to Wisconsin, guys.
It says it feeds like 15 people.
It feeds us.
And it's like huge.
So it's like mozzarella Wellington.
I guess it's like.
It's like a cheese loaf.
I watched a YouTube video of somebody making a beef Wellington based off a TikTok video, but they didn't make it the regular way. They changed it up, and on TikTok, Gordon Ramsay actually do edit it coming down to a certain degree.
Beef Wellington's the dish that I always wanted. Damn, that crowd looks CGI'd. I don't know if it is or not, but it sure looks it. I never noticed that
Cards are
before.
interesting.
Okay, I couldn't
I know
find the
you're saying
record, so I just got your stuff.
Well, you know-
Fucking hope you want those.
The more modern technology, both the DVDs and Blu-rays and
Yeah.
the high-definition TVs, things look, you see so much more than you ever did before. Like,
I find it very interesting that Daddy started saying something about beef Wellington and then went off what I completely
To come back to the movie, we
Hey,
noticed
look,
things.
it's a monkey from the monkeys.
Yeah, he's like,
why is
beef
it
Wellington
dressing
is something I always.
why is it dressing
That
room
crowd
number
looks-
1 A and B?
I have questions.
So is there dressing room number 1 C and D? Or is
Maybe.
dressing room number 2 C and D?
Maybe.
Fuck,
Who
I
knows?
need to know this now.
You need to understand.
I didn't say I was going to understand. I just want to
Dressing rooms.
comprehend.
No, what we need to do is find the window.
Okay. The caption just said when Mr. White's referring to his hair and Lenny messing with it, he's like, watch the shelf. I'm pretty sure he says watch the shell. And watch the shell makes way more sense to me.
It does.
Let's get the consistency of the room here though. Is it shelf or shell? And which one makes more sense?
To me, shell makes more sense.
So we're going shell. You don't even need the vote. You've been outvoted already. And obviously this is a takeoff on Beatlemania.
Nice. Didn't the Beatles have a movie or something?
Yeah.
At least one.
Hard Day's Night and Help.
What?
What?
Steven's sitting here giving me a dirty look. To the point that I said the wrong name for her on the podcast.
I was like,
You
oh,
could have just gone with Mom.
No, I totally looked at it.
Look, this is messed up right here. The cops thought Faye was just groupie or something, so they're holding her back, and like nobody pays attention. It's Guy who comes over and gets her, but imagine if Guy didn't have him look over. They're just gonna leave her in Wisconsin.
Apparently.
Even Mr. White's not on the ball there. That's another one of those crucial moments that makes you think, oh, maybe she's better with Guy than with Jimmy. Jimmy didn't give a fuck. Because I don't know where Mr. White is. I guess he's not with them right now.
I don't know. That looks like a very small car.
It's a police car.
Still looks small.
It's a small car. They've got 3 people packed in the front and in the back, and it's.
I mean small as in they look packed.
We couldn't fit that many people in our car.
Oh, you're gonna pack them in there.
We literally could not put a third person in the front seat of our car. It's
We
a 2-seater.
technically could.
It's a 2-seat.
Depends how big.
Not
are-
legally, but...
I mean, if they're an action figure, maybe.
No, I like how that matches.
How what
That
matches?
matches what?
Her dress. Or whatever she was saying.
Blanket?
It's the same color.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks fancy.
Yeah. They got like a table between the seats, and they have like a little meeting space. I don't know. It's supposed to be like business class, or
I don't know. I
it
don't
seems
know
like
much.
it's toward the back of the plane, and usually
See,
it's like
the only
first
one
class,
still wearing
business
the gold
class,
suit.
then coach.
I don't know much about planes.
I've never been on
Nor
a
do
plane that
I.
has first class, middle class, and lower class.
Business class.
I've never been on a plane.
Same.
I see the only one wearing his gold suit.
I've been on a plane.
Anybody else felt like
Twice.
changing?
Because he
My
felt
whole
like
life.
it. I don't know.
Once when I was 5.
It is sort of strange that they went
Once
straight
when
to the
I was
airport. Where did the rest
16.
of them change?
They popped in the bathroom
In the plane.
or something real quick.
The back of what?
The
I
plane.
said the bathroom.
Bathrooms on planes are small. It'd be
What
tough
about
to
the
change
airport?
in it. Maybe.
They changed in
But
the
they were in a
car.
hurry to meet the plane, so. In the car, they were all packed in, like your sister
Yep.
pointed out.
They could have
It's
changed
very
it.
awkward.
They
I told
elbowed each
Charles they
other
could have
a few
changed it in the
times.
It was
airplane.
very
There
awkward.
we go. It's like, I gotta get changed here. Come on.
Yeah.
Just all over. I mean,
Assisted
come on.
each other.
That's why he stayed in his gold suit.
He's right. He was no fool.
He was sitting there like, nope, I'm good, y'all. Y'all have fun.
Bathroom airplanes aren't
Bathroom
super small.
airplanes?
I have questions.
It's an airplane full of only bathrooms. You just switch planes and go from one wing to another till you use the bathroom. You both fly parallel. Got the airplane, then the bathroom airplane.
You know something? Fuck y'all.
Oh, there's the man, Lamar. I like him. He's the, if not the owner, he's at least the manager of this hotel.
Nice.
My name is Lamar. Here, let me put on that Billy D. Williams for you. Lamar Calrissian's the name.
She has a face similar to Anne Hathaway.
I suppose.
Okay.
No, like not the exact same, but very similar.
Okay.
I
Shrimp.
probably only know
Captain
that
Geach
because
and the
I saw
Shrimp
something
Shack
about it on
Shooters.
Twitter. That has some High School Musical vibes. I'm not kidding. High School Musical too, and at the pool.
Yeah, I'm just thinking more like the, what's the movie, the beach movie or whatever.
High
Teen
school.
Beach movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
High School Musical.
Isn't that
Shrimp
set in
Shack
the
edition.
60s?
Is it? I don't remember.
Well,
They're using this off of another show.
in Teen
What
Beach
was
movie,
that show
isn't
that
it
came
like
out?
It's not
whatever
like a show. I
time,
think
but
it's
they
more
end up
like
like traveling
something like the
to a
Annette
time in the
Funicello
60s?
movies.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it's the 60s. This
Or
might be the 50s.
what's the? I was trying to think of the character's name. Gidget. The Gidget movies.
I don't know. The
Not
Gidget
listening is
movies,
awkward.
but the Arnett show.
The Gen Z mood.
We're being invaded. Now I have questions though. Were they really being invaded, or is he just being still? I mean, I wonder what's going on in this movie too. We need this whole movie, or at least a plot synopsis.
Yes. It's fanfic.
You reckon he was like macking on that dude,
Wait.
Mr. White? There, he was like getting chummy with the guy. You reckon he was trying to pick him up? I don't know how serious he and Howie Long are. So
Fanfic explicit.
the rock and roll band playing a rock and roll song during weekend at Purdy Pier.
I like the shades.
Shades.
The shades look cool.
Shades.
Whose shades?
Hmm?
I said whose shades?
The drummer.
Shades. I'm not saying this again, damn it. It was funny the first time. It's just getting
Shades!
Get the fuck out of here.
I can't, I have a
How
cat.
do you like the 60s style swimsuits? I know
The
you like them. You
swimsuits.
did at least.
Yeah.
On the ladies.
I said those swimsuits.
Yeah, they are swimsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
50s
Yeah,
and
that's it.
60s style.
Thank you, Captain
swimsuits.
Obvious. I asked how you liked them.
That guy's singing.
That's his
into the mic.
opinion.
I'm talking into a microphone, not singing. Talking.
Yeah, he's talking. He's the DJ.
Yeah.
I'm the rapper.
That guy's talking into a microphone.
Yeah.
This is a pretty long interview. We might want to talk over this.
Okay.
Okay, we
You
got
got to fill some time. It's gonna take some time for them to do this. So hold on, it's starting and okay, it's done.
So, this actually makes me think of Radio Rebel, going back to Disney movies.
Radio Rebel smile.
What?
Or
What?
whatever.
Rah.
The Radio Rebel smile
something.
thing, whatever.
Oh, the meme thing?
Yeah, the
That
meme.
Debbie Ryan did on TikTok?
Yeah.
Living the meme.
Yeah.
Chancelines, that's what it is.
Gen Z mood.
Okay, I just said Dion in the Belmonts. I know he said Diana in the Belmonts. He's talking about, or Diane in the Belmonts. He's talking about Diane Dane. So fuck this closed caption.
Sometimes it's good,
I have no
sometimes
trust in this closed
it's
captioning
bad.
anymore. We can't believe a word it shows.
But what about the wonders?
What about the wonders?
In the closed captioning?
Yeah, as it wonders.
Mm-hmm.
It did something right.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Lenny's getting at here. He starts giggling at his own. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. White looked.
Yeah. Those are
That's
some
tiny.
nice looking suits.
I like the old school camera
Yes.
That is big and
with the big flash where you have to change the bulb every time.
every time.
Every time?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
How do we feel about this suit?
You like Saul's suit?
Why do you have
Yes.
to change the bulb every time?
Because it blows every time it flashes. It's only a one-use flash.
That was per design.
Why not to make it where it doesn't blow every time?
All they could do at the time.
Well, back in the day,
they
that's
they hadn't progressed any further because the bright flash blew out the bulb.
And now phones can do bright flashes for us.
Well, yeah, even
It's not
even
until later
regular
on do
cameras
they
could do.
you have a multiple flash.
Our phones
lens.
can do more than like computers.
Some
in the 60s. Yeah, you're right. Your
They
phones
can do
do
like
more
100
than computers
times
in the
more.
fucking 80s.
Our phones do like 100 times more than computers in the 60s.
How much was there as far as computers in the 60s?
I mean, there were, those big computers that basically filled up a whole room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and now
I know,
we can do
the
like
big
100
ones,
times that in
the
our
big
pocket.
professional ones.
And that's insane how technology advanced.
And I
The
think,
full
like,
room computer
small
goes to something in our
computers.
pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't until like 70s or whatever. When were they?
When were what?
Like the smaller, more personal computers.
80s?
80s?
Yeah.
I was thinking 70s.
No, I think like the original Mac was like the first personal computer.
That was 80s?
It was either very, very late 70s or very early 80s. I'm thinking more early 80s.
Question, which one's older, you or the Mac?
Well, I said whatever the first Apple was, maybe because there was like the Apple II was the one that was the big hit. So Mac,
Yeah.
the Mac
Clearly,
might
the
have actually
Mac
after that.
apples have been around for a while.
I'll kick you.
Does anybody know the difference between like a Macintosh apple, Red Delicious, and a
Flavor.
Fuji apple?
Red
Makes
Delicious tastes good.
They look.
I mean,
don't
that's,
No, it's
they're just
ma-
all apples. Unless you're talking about Granny Smith, of course. That's greens.
Red Delicious tastes
It's
good.
mainly.
What's the difference between that and like a?
I don't know, but I know
Macintosh.
Red Delicious is.
I'm trying to say, I don't know, obviously, I don't know the details,
I had a huge
like the
crush on
very
a girl with the last name
specifics.
Macintosh when I was in high school.
Nice. I had a
Yeah.
joking crush
Relevant
on
to
a
nothing,
character
but-
named Macintosh.
Yeah,
And then I
sure.
stopped
Joking.
Stopped
crush.
watching a TV show because they gave him a girlfriend. Continuing on, I was trying to say, I don't know like the exact specifics because I assume it has something to do with more sciencey things, but I know that it has to do with sweetness, and supposedly Fuji is like the sweetest apple. That's all I got. I saw a chart about it.
All I know is
I
red
wonder if
delicious
Jimmy ever
are
wrote it
dark
on my
and red and like
principles.
really shiny.
Young squash.
And Macintosh and Fuji apples
Macintosh
are duller.
are freaking huge.
They're like duller, and they don't. And what you call it? They're not completely like red. They're like.
I have questions.
Guess that's why you liked him so much.
Oh God.
I know there's like one apple that was made from like two other apples.
Hybrid apple?
Yeah, it's like a hybrid apple.
You're playing God with the apples, man. Stop it. Stop creating these abomination apples.
I want to say it's like a Granny Smith apple and like a pink apple or something.
Nice.
I forget
Pink?
what it's
Pink apple.
Not pink apple. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
He's
I
like
know
a
what
big
you're talking about.
Wasn't that the name of the girl gang in Greece?
The pinks.
I don't get that.
Joke.
I don't
I've
get
seen
that.
Grease.
Greece is the word.
Netflix used to recommend it to me.
I forget what that.
You know in the play,
Okay.
Danny doesn't drive the car. Nicky actually drives the car because it's his car, even in the movie. But for the movie, they made Danny drive the car.
Interesting.
That wasn't for you. That was for
Yeah, I
your mom.
know, because, again...
I still know nothing about
yeah,
Greece.
Same.
Okay, here we go. Here comes one of the weirdest moments in the movie to me. Okay, it's just a guy and the bass player along the restaurant. He's like, "Hey, you want to go out and see some sights and stuff?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's coming up. I wasn't
How do
trying
you feel
to.
about this green restaurant?
How do you feel about that
too
orange shirt with that green suit? I like the restaurant though. I used to eat at restaurants like that.
Joko vibes.
I think it's too green.
But
Looks
anyway,
like
we know
golf
he's
course.
joining the Marines, and here he runs into some Marines at the counter and starts chatting with them, and just technically, I guess Guy ditches him because he leaves him, but it's like he just completely abandons Guy and essentially abandons the whole band. He goes off with the Marines and they never see him again. It's just a weird little point to the movie that he just runs off with some Marines.
It does definitely seem random.
Is there more to it in the
I think that's the
extended
plot
cut?
to a gay porn flick too.
Is there more to it in the extended
No,
cut?
I don't believe there is.
What about the super secret extended cut?
I feel like
Maybe
the
it's a
fanfic is
fanfic.
pretty gay.
Good jazz.
Everything's
good
in fanfic.
jazz. Good jazz.
The entire sequel is fanfic. But it's also taking place during
That
this
other
movie.
thing you do?
And before this movie.
That thing you did.
Yeah, that's the prequel.
That thing you will do.
That thing we did. That thing we used to do.
Well,
That thing we did that one time.
that one time. That's like the spin-off.
Do, 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 do. See, even the jazz, everything's not to say that jazz is normally bad, but I'm saying like
Jazz is not normally my go-to.
no, but I'm just saying every
Jazz-
so I wasn't
Jazz
jazz
is-
is great. I'm just saying every song that pops up in the movie is good. It all rocks.
Question, is it bad that
So to speak.
anytime I hear jazz hands, I think of a My Chemical Romance song?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's Rita Wilson. There's Tom's wife playing
Nice.
the waitress.
Nice. Teddy is really into being on the show.
She's not on the show though. Nobody can hear her.
Take me out.
She's not talking. She's just getting attention.
Oh, Guy's vibing on the drums here. Yeah, yeah. I think Guy's fixing to come here.
Oh god.
His girlfriend gets off.
Okay,
at the
go and
dentist.
find that.
He gets
I'll
off
go
at the
again.
jazz club.
That reaction though, totally meme worthy.
Drinking martinis.
Martinis. It's a drink.
And there's the man, Bill Cobb,
Lol.
playing Guy's hero,
Nice.
Del Paxton.
And now he's sitting there with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She wants her some young loving.
Lol. Gabba didn't seem okay after that comment.
Well, clearly she's trying to hit on him. She wants to take him home. Take him home tonight.
Even the cat looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's only got eyes for Bill Cobb's though. Del Paxton. Del's sitting over there.
I'm laughing. I was still laughing because I didn't have anything else to say about what was on screen.
You heard nobody was laughing. I think you ran into some
Nobody was
reverse
laughing.
dementors. Harry here screaming. They're like, nobody screamed, Harry. Nobody was laughing.
They give you
That
soul.
almost sounds like your voice for that.
What's meant is they
person.
give you a soul.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that was a voice for a person. You got that right.
No, like a specific one.
Yeah, I'm a
His name is
person.
slipping my mind at
My
the
name will
moment.
slip your minds, but you'll never forget me.
Your name is Slip Your Mind. Your name,
What?
I said it will slip your
I was trying to
mind.
make a joke, but
Well, you fucking failed at it, didn't you?
I apologize,
You're a
Slip Your
fucking
Minds.
failure.
I apologize, Slip Your Minds.
I think your mind just slipped right on out of your bloody
Mine's
head.
good.
That sounds like an Algonian name. Slips Your Minds.
I have questions.
Fucking Skyrim.
Yeah,
It's an Elder Scrolls in
He
general, not
actually,
just
he actually explained this to me at one point, but you know.
You are my biggest fan.
What?
And that's what Guy said to Del. He said, you are my
They just started a
biggest
Hennessy.
He did, yeah.
Nice. What?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
Oh no, you told me!
At one point, there was this whole Gen Z thing about Hennessy. But that was about that.
Yeah, Hennessy was big in rap lyrics in the 90s and 2000s.
Nice. Like I said, there was a brief moment early on with Gen Z about it. About how there was just like a group of Gen Z and stuff. But that kind of died out. It's not really fun.
It's just the name brand of cognac.
Yeah.
Cognac. Cognac West. Oh no.
Nice.
We're gonna get up for 2 months. Hell, man. Some man's I've been with, that's 2 months too long. I like the wisdom Del drops on him here. watch your money.
Okay, I'll watch it. Give me $1 and I'll stare at it.
I don't know. It's your show. I was waiting for you to.
I didn't have the comment there.
How do we like Dell's hat?
I didn't see it. To me, the scene is very dark at the moment. I can't make out a whole lot.
Can you ever make out a whole lot?
Yeah, it's the really dark scene where they conspire together to stab the bartender and steal the night's earnings.
No, I can make out a good bit, but there's portions of the screen that I couldn't really make anything
The clock looks
out.
like a leaf.
It's 9.
I think it was a leaf.
It's like
think so.
9.
It was something. It wasn't a regular.
Your bass player disappeared and you were still in bed. Just going to tell you to get down the television set. I fucked that up.
That is bright.
Yeah, it's a yellow cab.
I like it though, because it's old.
You like
car.
all the fins.
I like old cars.
Excuse me.
Still like the
Cars don't that
shades.
slow too.
The shades are always cool.
Yeah.
This performance here represents both the zenith of the Wonder success and their nadir, as the band's slowly falling apart. A fall that will quickly escalate after the performance.
Wonderful.
You know, I always wonder when they film scenes in bathrooms, how clean is the bathroom?
Maybe they clean it down before filming.
I would hope it was just a set or something. It wasn't a real bathroom.
Oh, like I said, maybe they clean it down before filming.
I guess
Maybe it
depends
does.
on what your budget is.
Maybe it depends on what you're using too. Slash where you're filming.
You see, just nobody knows who the bass player is. He just completely disappeared. He just skipped out on the band.
Yep.
It just seems odd to me.
And completely AWOL.
Yeah. Then I give him a call.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
Just
yeah,
ditch them.
I love.
Completely off the grid. Just bye.
And we get
It is
one. We
spin-off
get one
movie,
shot of
yeah.
him right here at Disney
Okay.
World or Disneyland because they're in California.
Does he get his does he get a spin-off fanfic? Does Mickey
That
Mouse?
Mickey Mouse looks like it's about to murder him.
Do you reckon the people in the
That's
costumes?
happened to him.
Wait,
Mickey Mouse
do the
moves
people in
him.
the costumes really ride the rides with you at
Not
Disney
that I'm
World?
aware
I don't
of.
think so.
I never realized how odd that is.
It's very odd. I
Of course,
don't
maybe in
think
the
they ever
60s they
do.
did.
Maybe.
But I think he was murdered by the Mickey
When
Mouse.
did Disney open?
Oh no, we know they have a little at the end, an epilogue. They tell you what happens to the main characters, and Murdered by Mickey Mouse is not one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're still making the movie. They're still updating it. It's not a fucking video game.
The fanfic.
It's not fucking Destiny that gets a new update every year.
Fanfic could though.
Like, God, we've been together for a while. I mean, 2 months, Mr. White.
So long.
Plays killer bass licks. I love it. Not even just bass music or bass coach, just plays killer bass licks.
Yep.
The closed captions are editorializing now. Is that a ring pop Lenny had? No, it's probably a guitar pick, wasn't it?
I really need to know more about closed captioning
That scene would have
and
been
how
funny if it
that
had been a
works.
ring pop.
That was his wedding ring. It's a ring pop.
He hasn't gotten married yet.
Anybody remember that episode of Sweet Life on Deck?
Look, she's freaking out about
No.
that dress, but I do not like that dress.
I remember the one with the
I mean, it's
placebo.
fine, but it just...
I don't.
it doesn't work for me.
You don't remember the one with the placebo?
Looks like a melting
That's
layer cake.
the one when Woody gives all those swing pops to the girl.
That's Tom's son right there. I think it's Colin.
remember the one with the placebo.
Yeah.
The intern or whatever leading Faye in.
Yeah.
That was one of Tom's sons, Tom and Rita's sons.
Nice. How old is Tom Hanks?
That's very
Older than me.
colorful.
Probably
That
60-ish.
That painting of like 5 baby dolls.
You knew
standing
everything else
around in a
about Tom
circle.
Hanks. She didn't know how old he was. I mean,
Look.
come on.
Look,
I don't know.
I wasn't
how it
doing
is.
math, nor did I take the time to actually sit there and memorize all his details.
I mean, hell, you were talking about what time he was
Yes, I
born.
can tell you a time and that I was
But
in
not like-
California.
But
See,
not
there's
like-
the
yeah.
Chad, the drummer. He's at the house with Guy's family. So I thought maybe there's a little bit of a relationship with him. I mean, the way she's like gesturing toward him and stuff, it feels like there's something there.
It's
They
not
never
in the
explore that.
extended version.
No, it's not.
The relationship version.
No, there's nothing more to them.
It's in the fanfic.
That other thing you do.
All the
The
things
actor,
we do.
the actor playing the
All the
host of
things
the
we do.
TV show.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. It's Henry something. But he and Tom Hanks starred together in Bosom Buddies, a sitcom in like the late 70s, early 80s. That was Tom Hanks' first big role where they played. We've talked about this on the show before, where they played two guys who needed an apartment, and the only apartment they could find was at a women's only apartment complex, so they had to dress up as women and pretend to be women anytime they were there. That was the premise of the show, bosom buddies. So it was cool to see Tom give his old partner a role in the movie.
Nice.
But
NASA.
that sounds like a sequel that they do like 20 years later. So all the things.
No,
they do.
it's the fanfic, because the fanfic's covering everything. Before, during, and after.
It's the 3-movie box set.
Oh, it's more than just 3.
Look
got-
right here, they have like a whole script for the conversations going on between the astronaut and the host. Like, everything is completely scripted. I don't know if that's, really the way it was or not, but...
I don't know either. I don't know much about TV show making.
That's spinning plates.
Unless it's
Uh-huh.
animated.
The guy playing the astronaut was Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad,
That's the last spinning plates.
before he had his big break.
Oh.
Yeah, plate spinning's a real discipline, man. I mean,
Sure.
and this kind of...
How do you do it?
I don't know.
You take a plate,
Magic.
and you spin it.
Okay, so there's like these things, but then the plate actually has like a divot thing.
So wait, the cheating?
No. But I mean, it's magic. It's
The
you
cheating?
know how magic works, yeah.
The cheating?
Look at that! Look at the
Cute.
tray
It's an
right there,
illusion.
like that TV tray. My grandparents had like TV trays like that. We would eat with
So
and
did mine.
go over to their house.
That's cool.
I mean, sometimes we'd have dinner at the
Daddy, what's the
dining room
still
table,
booking?
but so if we'd eat in the living room or whatever, we'd use the.
How long ago was did this movie take place?
What?
The movie?
Yeah.
Well, he just said they've been together for like 2 months, so a couple months.
And that dude's almost still broken?
I mean, usually when you break your arm, I mean, a broken bone can be like 6 to 8 weeks.
At least.
And I mean, guy could have just been estimating 2 months, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what
I mean, a really
Bones
bad
break for way
break
too
could
long.
take more than that, probably.
You wanna know what I'd do?
Espe-
They take forever because they have to grow new bone that fuses. The
Especially
two
think about, we're
bones
talking back in the
together.
60s, so maybe it wasn't as much known as there is now about broken bones and how to take care of them, so I don't think it's unrealistic.
As much medicine stuff,
That'd be my take.
Man, I'm glad I've never broken a bone.
right?
I've always had like 6 weeks is the time in my head. It's like the average, broken bone.
Well,
healing time,
let's
so.
see. I was in the boot for the first time for 3 weeks, and then the second time I was in the cast for 10 days when it broke.
Nice. So anyway, going back, because you said something about that TV tray and Dad wanting them. Y'all know, I really want one of those style TV stand thingies. That it's like the big thing that the TV is in, but you can kind of hide the TV, but there's places for speakers and storage and stuff like that. Yeah. I just think they look really cool.
Those are the
My grandparents
fancy
used to have
bones.
something like that.
Nice.
What, Dylan?
I said those are the fancy bones.
Back in the day.
The shiny ones. Shiny fancy bones.
Oh my god, I saw a TikTok about a store out in Wilmington, I think. And it's like this really big, nice antique store and whatnot. I'm gonna go out there.
Well, if COVID ever gets
Take a whole
better,
moving truck and head out there for shopping.
you better get a bigger house.
Look at that
first.
old school remote control he's got there, where it's got like the pop-up buttons like out on the range hood out there. And so the buttons were like on the remote control back then. They weren't like, they were real analog buttons that you pressed up and down.
I'm confused.
I was pointing out the TV remote control. Instead of having like little really flat buttons or even like touchpad type buttons, it's got these. On our range out there, our stovetop, the hood up there where you control the fan and whatnot, and it has
Yeah.
the button that like press one in and another one pops out. That's what the buttons were like on the remote control.
Nice. So you had to explain a little further.
Yeah, because we thought you were talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, not that. I was just confused because
Look,
what he
Hold
said,
up, right
B, I
here,
didn't know.
the Chiron here, where it says
buttons
"Jimmy,
go.
careful, girls, he's engaged." That's the direct takeoff from like one of the first times the Beatles played. Maybe the performance on the Ed Sullivan Show, maybe another one, but that's what they did for John. Like, careful, girls, he's engaged because he was, or he's married. He might have actually been married at the time to his first wife, not Yoko.
I like shades.
Shades. Do you like shades or do you
and
like shades?
I like shades and shades.
Do you like shade? And
throwing
like
shade,
shade
bro?
or shade?
Shady shade with the shades.
But like shade or
Shady
shade?
shades.
That kid right there just
Sage?
looks completely
Shady
uncomfortable.
shade. Shady Shades.
He did not look happy to be singing along.
I think so.
I've just saying shades so many times. They're like, get that word anymore.
Yeah.
Shady Shades Shade.
Sadie or Shade?
Shady Shades Shades. Shady Shades Shades.
Slim Shady Shades by the Shade Store.
Oh God.
Look at Dad drumming on Mom's hips.
Nice.
Yeah, he's finally into it. It just took his son being on TV for it to click. And Jimmy's gonna be a real big prick here. Do you like her earrings? I thought you liked that old style stuff.
E. Trying to say a minute ago, you and die. One day, money, moving truck, just driving around going to different antique stores and whatnot. And that style of still like thrift stores and all that. Okay?
Dare to dream, kid. Hey, Lenny asked Jimmy for money here, and Jimmy's like, fuck off, man. And the guy's like, no problem. Being a sucker, as Jimmy referred to him.
Yeah. Everybody's just in a bad mood.
I like his little outburst. Mr. White, it isn't true. I'm not engaged. Chop change. He's not washing his money. Dell warned you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like face hairdo?
Yeah.
Makes me think of like a lava cake.
Nice. It's an interesting style.
Face got a nice little soliloquy here. Basic son of, I just been wasting my time on you, boy. Now stay the fuck away from me.
Hmm?
Thousands and thousands of kisses. That's a lot of kisses, though. Well, over the course of that's what, like, well, thousands and thousands. So we're talking at least 3 kisses a day.
That's a lot. I mean, I guess.
Maybe.
Now, how much?
But not wait. It's just every, because I mean, you know, any little peck on the cheek, any little smooch, then you have full on makeout session. I guess that's really not that much.
Mm.
Shades.
Is it odd that he's still wearing a sun? But I mean, you get used to shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've told the story before. We couldn't wear hats in school, but I would wear it like to school, and then once class started, I'd take it off. And sometimes I'd forget to take it off, and it'd take a couple classes before someone would point it out. And one day at school, I made it like all the way to like 5th or 6th period, and the teacher was like, "You need to take the hat off," and everybody in class was like, "Oh, but he's had it on all day. He's almost made it," and I got to wear it the rest of the day.
Nice.
So, and you were allowed to wear hats, and you got through multiple classes sometimes.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean,
We would have never made it that far. As soon as we stepped foot in, somebody would have been calling us out.
Before you even step foot in.
Pretty much. I mean, it would
So as
depend.
soon as you
It would
get on the
depend.
lot.
Are you in a grade where a teacher is outside waiting on you, or are you in a grade where you at least get to get into the building on your own first?
So as soon as you get on lot, teacher comes out and closes eyes and takes the hat.
Teacher closes
why is he taking sunglasses off just because Jimmy said so? Like, fuck you. I never quite understood.
Smash him on his head.
Like,
Yeah, take him off and just whip him at him. Couldn't you have dumped him in Pittsburgh?
great mood, great mood.
And then Jimmy's gonna throw another hissy fit. I mean, I don't completely blame him. I've always thought, I mean, I'd like to record my own songs, but, you know, write it out, man. Do the songs they want you to do and get in a position to be able to do your songs later. You'll get another chance.
That sounds like advice I get at Comic-Con as well.
I mean, look, I'm all for, especially in today's world, trying to do your own thing. But I mean, especially back then, I mean, the Beatles started out doing, I mean, they didn't do a lot of covers, but they did covers on some of their early albums, like Twist and Shout. That's not, even though they might have made it big, that's not their song. So, you know, get a couple big records and then get the chance to do your songs. It's been a little pretentious is all I'm saying. Something snappy. This is one of those iconic moments in the movie to me, something we always reach back to.
Please tell me, who thought it was a good idea to match yellow and green?
I quit. I quit. I quit. Mr. White, I quit.
Remember that every job I've
Because I
had.
quit Mr. White.
Oh, fuck you. Close enough.
Now I'm gonna throw a cat.
I quit is the important part. That's what we always reach back to.
and threw a cat, but not actually.
And now we're down to 2 because Lenny never showed up either. Just down.
Lenny ran off and got married.
Actually, the whole original band is gone because Chad never came with them, and Guy wasn't technically part of the original band.
Yeah.
See, there you go. It pops out. You got to put another one in.
It pops out.
Yeah. There might be a button that you press to eject it, but yeah. Yeah, see? There's a button on the back. I never used the camera like that. I only know that from seeing them, but...
You want cameras like
Do you like the naked Cupid statue in the background?
It's a naked Cupid statue.
What's good about it?
It's a
Cupid
naked
usually
Cupid.
at least has some drawers on. You're a good man, Scott Pell.
What
No,
statue
it's
of
lips that
Cupid
always-
would put clothing on them?
What? Cupid usually has like a diaper
I
on.
know, like art-wise,
Yeah.
but like the statue.
Cupid has a diaper.
I know, but like,
Why
people
does-
Damn it,
like,
Cupid is incontinent. Stop stressing him
Why
out about
does
it.
Cupid have a diaper?
Because he's a baby.
No.
Is he?
I'm just saying that when you
Is
look
Cupid
into
baby?
mythology
And if he's a
all
baby,
that, and
who
look
gave
at
a baby
the
a
old
bow that can make
statues,
people fall
I mean,
in love?
have y'all ever seen
What's up,
Poseidon's
Bob?
ass?
Wait for it. Here comes the line. One-hit wonders. I gotta feel like that's why the band was named The Wonders.
Well,
Who gave a baby a bow?
that's a good question.
If he
It's a
And
stick!
again, mythology.
That's
It's a stick with a string on it. That shoots on the stick.
Dylan always joke about Donatello from Ninja Turtles. He says it's just a stick, and I'll be like, it's a bow staff.
No, it's a stick.
It's a bow staff.
No, it's a
It's a
stick.
deadly fighting weapon.
No, now you see my monk. He has a quarter staff.
Coulda staff.
Hmm?
Coulda staff.
Yeah, quarter staff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a bow staff.
Like right there when he mentioned Faye, he was going through like, you're the smart one, Jimmy's the talent, Lenny's the fool, and Faye, and Guy almost bowed up a little bit like he was going to smack him if he said something wrong about Faye. This is another one of those little subtle things.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to feel like it was going to end up with them, but...
Yeah.
Mm.
It's that kind of look.
Mr. White's going to stay and fuck around in the music studio. Meanwhile, Faye's back at the hotel getting ready to go.
I have to ask. How do we all feel about
Her ass?
patterned walls? What?
I thought you said something about her ass.
I said I have to ask.
I have to ask.
And then I asked, how do we all feel about those patterned kind of walls?
Like the wallpaper?
Yeah.
It's wallpaper.
I like wallpaper.
But like, not like the pretty floor wallpaper, but like the one with this repeating pattern shape.
Wow, symbolism. She just cut Jimmy out of the picture and it's just her and Guy left there.
What?
Lol.
Not too heavy-handed, though. There's a lot of chairs back there. See all those chairs against the wall? I guess
Yes.
that's maybe they're recording an orchestra or something.
That's a
Maybe.
lot of chairs.
That's
a lot of
big
chairs for like
space.
a a 5-piece rock band.
That's a big space.
I'm not even talking about the chairs. I'm talking about like the folding chairs there. You count all the chairs that are set up on the other wall.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in there. You understand? When would you ever have that many people needing a chair? Unless, like I say, you're recording like a symphony or an orchestra or something.
Can you
That's some
spin a
intense
drumstick?
spinning of the drumstick.
I've seen a TikTok on how to do it, but I don't remember.
Look,
how
I
to do it.
appreciate this. The way he's holding the drumsticks, the way he's got one in the sort of traditional like wand holding pose, and the other one is like between his fingers.
Yeah.
That's how my dad always told me you should hold drumsticks. And my dad was a drummer, and so I appreciate seeing that. I mean, maybe you can do it both ways. I don't
Why
know.
do
I
you
know
hold drumsticks like that?
because that's the way you're supposed to hold the drumsticks to play the drums.
That's what
and I
we
mean, maybe
taught in music class.
maybe there's different schools of playing the drums too. I'm not saying that, but that was what I was always told was the correct way to hold your drumsticks, and so I appreciate seeing that in the movie.
Yeah, in music class, we were told that way, doing both of them.
The way he is in his left hand.
Yeah.
You do that mainly, I know, for a snare drum. That's what
Yeah, I,
You're
thi- I
taught
think the
in
teacher
in
said
band.
it. But see, I didn't take a music class to learn that kind of drums. It was just one day the teacher happened, like, a student asked something, so the teacher got on the drums and explained that.
my brother was. in
But we
band. He
only
did the
learned
snare
one type of
drum.
drums, and it wasn't those.
It's
so.
weird that he turned in the chance to record until Dell came in. The tech was like, "Want to lay it down?" It's like, "No, I'm just gonna run." And then Dell comes like, "Let's record that shit." It seemed like he wouldn't need that encouragement, though. Yeah, let's lay it down. Unless he was worried about not owning his. But there's the kind of hat. Dell
Oh, I
wears the
love
same
those
kind
kinds of
hat.
hats.
Like a what is it? Like a page boy hat, a paper boy hat, or like a Kangol kind of.
There's,
Kangol's
there's
a
a lot
brand,
of different
but-
names for it.
Yeah, Sam Jackson wears them, but he wears them backwards usually.
I had a friend who has a hat like that.
They were really popular in like the late '90s too in hip hop.
Nice.
I had one.
I want a drum set.
I'd like
I
some
want
drums
one of
as
those
well.
hats.
Yeah. It'll probably be the main instrument.
All right, we'll get you the hat. You get us the drums.
That doesn't sound very fair.
It's bad.
You get what you want. We get what we want. Why is that unfair?
Drums are a lot more expensive.
Well,
Actually, that one set was not that expensive. Remember the one we saw at what's it at the music store in Red Bank?
Jack's?
Jack's.
I don't remember how much it was.
Yeah, I always regret not buying that, but I think we had the Kia there, and it would have been really hard to fit.
Are they do not steal drums?
Yeah.
I didn't say steal them. I
No,
said I regret
don't
not
say
buying
steal
them.
them.
Stop getting up. Stop getting your mask. Stop going to steal the drums.
Stop getting your what?
Your mask.
Oh.
No, you said Max.
No, get your mask.
Max is
Wear your mask.
Max is just a compliment.
Yeah, get that mask.
Yeah,
but
get
not,
your mask if you have
not
to
like
go out anywhere. Be
thieving
wearing your
mask.
mask.
It's not like the thieving mask.
Yeah, no. You mean the ski mask?
Yeah. Not the ski mask.
Unless you're going skiing.
They recorded a lot. Look at all those tapes he brought.
Let's see. You said
A
I.
little Fifi. No, we're still here. The podcast didn't mess up. Just nobody had anything to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just watching. I got into
Lamar's
watching.
in control of things.
I was looking for something
Now,
to
that ain't
say.
your job. I like that delivery. This thing is full of interesting deliveries.
Yeah.
They're back in the restaurant.
And there's food.
You like the pastries under glass there.
Yeah,
Yes, I
like
want to
set
eat
up things like that. Yeah, there's a McDonald's in Florida. It's the largest McDonald's, and they have an entire store.
Why does that
that's
not
just-
surprise me that the largest McDonald's is in Florida? It would be there or like the United Arab Emirates.
But Japan.
No, in Japan it'd be the smallest McDonald's. They gotta cram everything in. They got a lot of people there.
They might make an
Doesn't
exception.
Japan
for
have like the
McDonald's.
biggest
Something.
Isn't that like the biggest arcade or something?
Maybe.
I'm just saying Japan is a very small island with a lot of people crammed
True.
into it.
But it does have some big things.
Yeah. There's like an entire cutout of like Tokyo or something that's just biggest thing, I'm pretty sure.
Tokyo
like-
itself is just a giant cutout.
It's like I like to go to
No,
Tokyo.
I was trying to
but
say.
There's one problem going to Tokyo. Planes.
Take a boat.
I was about to say you can
The
vote.
boats take a while.
That would take a while. And you'd have to travel like across the country and get a boat on the west coast. I mean, I guess technically you could sail down around
That'd be even
Africa or
longer.
South America, but geez.
How fast do boats travel?
I mean, you go through the Panama Canal.
I was gonna say you could go through the thing. Don't know, but I was trying to say that McDonald's has an entire store just dedicated to being a bakery.
McDonald's wrote a story about being a bakery.
What?
That's McDonald's
Oh.
fanfic.
Yeah.
McDonald's writes fanfic and imagines itself as a bakery.
That's how they're trying to get ahead of Wendy's, is by writing fanfic.
Well, Wendy's doing
Well, that McDonald's though, it's crazy because they have like this entire bakery thing, and they have like the regular McDonald's stuff, but then they have an entire arcade.
Wait, hold on. She tells him, none of this would have happened if you hadn't joined the band. And it's so true. Think about it. If he hadn't bumped up the tempo of the song and they hadn't won and then gotten the gig and then gotten the first manager and they gotten Mr. White, I mean, it was all him. I mean, everybody else played their part, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments in time that if he hadn't done what he did, they wouldn't be where they are. For better or for worse, but...
Fun story, talking about certain things, I'm going kind of back to the Tom Hanks bus chart thing. I was dealing with mine, and had I been burned 4 hours later, I would not have been in A's.
Okay.
Okay.
And just like you were supposed to be born like a month later than what you were.
Wait, you were born in the afternoon, though.
Yeah, but I was born on the day that the position changed from Aries to Taurus, and the change happened at like 8 something that night.
Well,
Yeah.
so hey, if you're born after 8,
Yeah, it's like 8:36, I think, from
So 2
8:36.
people could be
later
born on the
was
same
this,
day, but
and be
be-
different zodiacs. Yeah.
Are they
Sun
not
sign,
today?
sun
Again,
sign.
Lamar got to basically lead him by the hand.
What?
This is an interesting line right here, though. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you were good and kissed? Decently kissed. That good and kissed. I mean, truly, truly good and kissed. Kissed where? Yeah, let's Dave Gamelgard. People called him Gameltoe. He had a couple years of bad haircuts, but he was a nice guy. Felt sorry for him. But that kiss, whoa. Just goes to show you, don't judge a book by its cover. And see, it's sweet, it ends on a kiss.
What was your question, Dylan?
And then the extended version is with them banging in the hotel room.
He said does it happen on others too?
Yeah, every cusp is like that. Which is the day that the change happens.
What comes after Gemini?
After Gemini is Cancer.
Someone could be a Gemini and a Cancer.
You mean same day one person could be Gemini one day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you're born exactly at 8?
Oh no, because, okay, like using my birthday as an example, on that very specific day, it was like 8:35 was Aries, 8:36 was Taurus.
Yeah, so like if you had twins, like one could be...
Twins can be completely different zodiacs. But
What if you were born 30 seconds in at 8:35?
How about twins that are Geminis? And that's appropriate.
yes,
Yeah.
yes it is.
Man, that is so going on. It's been like 10
I'm
minutes.
pretty sure
No,
that's
they
a new
broke
kiss.
for a minute.
They stopped
That's
for
a new kiss.
Here we go. Let's get ready to wrap things up. They head back in. Lamar, would you mind watching our things? Oh, that's what I do.
Just
Lamar best
smiling.
actor.
He knows
I love
exactly
Lamar.
what's happening.
Lamar.
He gets a spin-off fanfic.
Looks like
The cover is that picture right there.
And here we go. Here's the epilogue. Guy and Faye got married, raised 4 children, moved to Washington, founded the Puget Sound Conservatory of Music, where Guy teaches jazz composition.
Nice one.
Jimmy and his new band, The Herdsmen, made 3 gold albums for Playtone. I think he becomes a record producer. Yep.
Yep. In LA.
I like this song too. This is the song that thing. It's sort of that thing you do, but like a different version. Hold on.
TV player.
Yeah, see, no extra name. Served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. Got the Purple Heart, and became a building contractor in Florida.
I always like these ending things.
In Orlando, Florida. That's where the McDonald's is.
Lenny ended up managing a hotel and casino in Nevada. He's currently divorced. Yeah, you know, when I showed my dad this movie,
Currently
he
single.
didn't like the way it ended. He was like, "That's it." He wanted more. He wanted to see more of them. He didn't think
Damn.
the epilogue was enough.
Gotta wait that fan.
Look, I'm annoyed that the credits have the characters' names all in lowercase.
The bass player.
That bugs me.
Yeah, that's all lowercase and the rest is all.
But whoa, everybody good?
The
Yeah.
hell?
The table fell.
And normal stuff.
But see,
Hit the
that
desk.
thing the song playing, that thing you do, it's like the title song for the movie. It's not that thing you do like the pop song the band
Yeah.
plays. It's like the movie's that thing you do. It's another good. It's like the one song that's not of the era. It's a little more updated, but it's a good song too. Like I say, there's not a bad song in the movie.
That's what I said. All the songs are good.
Yeah, some might be slightly lesser than others, but there's not a bad song in the movie. Fantastic movie. Still one of my all-time favorite movies. Like I said, it's still top 3, right along with Shawshank Redemption and Mallrats.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that Tom didn't. I don't think he's written or directed a movie since.
Damn.
I think he's like produced some documentaries and whatnot.
One hit
but
wonder.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't necessarily think this was that big of a hit, but I know it's become sort of a cult classic on video and digital nowadays. It's, but of course it had a long life on video and DVD first. I know a couple years ago they did like a reunion of the Wonders and they performed that thing you do again.
Nice.
I get probably would have been like 4 years ago now. I was probably for like the 20th anniversary.
Probably. Real quick, I just wanted to say, going back to that computer thing, I was able to find out that the Apple II was 1977, but the first personal computer was 1974.
Okay. So I was a little off, but
But it was the 70s.
so the Apple II, that was the one that really made computers popular in the home.
Did you know anyone who had an Apple II?
No, not that I know of.
Nice.
Hell, I didn't get my first computer until '99.
Damn.
Like
Why
right
did
after,
about the Apple II?
because it was the second one they made.
Yeah.
What's the Apple One then?
The Apple.
The fucking predecessor to the Apple II?
Wait.
Wow.
They weren't called Macs originally.
No, I think that was later, like when they did the big rebrand after Jobs came back.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
I don't know. Earlier. I just know that they weren't originally called Macs.
I think I just missed something.
Maybe.
Probably.
You and I can watch the documentary.
Dolly
Yeah.
Grip. That
It
should
was
be
so
a character.
good. It's not even a documentary.
You just call it documentary.
I know. I was mistaken.
It's not a documentary.
No, what is it
You're as
called?
confused as Bruce Pritchard
What's a
on that.
Foley editor?
What kind of movie
But
is
that's
Jobs?
the sound recording.
Oh.
It's a biopic.
Yeah, that movie. So good.
It's just a bio. It's. I mean, it's a scripted. It's a work of fiction, but it's based on a real person. It's a
But it's got a lot.
biographical movie.
It's got a lot of the facts in it.
Joey, what can I help you?
It was good.
All right. Well, Casey ditched this, so I guess that's our cue to start wrapping this up.
Okay.
So that was That Thing You Do, released in theaters 24 years ago today, as
Tom
the day
Hanks
this
wrote
podcast
some
goes up.
of the
Yeah, I told you
music.
Tom Hanks wrote some of the songs.
I missed that.
Maybe not all by himself, but he wrote them with the folks.
And I was just looking. There were like 3 songs credited to just him.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom Hanks was all over this movie.
And then
You're all like,
there's one
Tom
with
Hanks had
and
something
somebody
to
else.
do with this movie?
Look, it's been a while since I paid attention to this movie.
Tom, ignore her. We love you still.
I'll take
Tom Hanks, number 1 LexiCon fan.
Yeah.
And I
They can tell you your book. I can tell you astrology.
And I am a huge fan of not only Tom Hanks, but this movie as well. I think it's fantastic. Like I say, top 3 for me still to this day.
I don't know if it would be top 3, but it would definitely get added to mine.
Really. You had a chance to add it back in the 100th episode and you didn't.
How long has it been since the 100th episode?
She's faking it.
Wait, what episode are we on
It's
now?
called Growing.
276.
I was
Yeah,
how
on
old
the
when we
300th
did
Are
that?
there animals in this movie?
You can add it on the 300th episode.
It said animal action. Does anybody remember an animal in the movie?
That dog statue.
The statue.
We're gonna have a statue of a dog. We better get the Humane Society in here. We don't want to take any chances.
Oh god.
I'm being very careful. What happened on Joe versus the
Maybe
Volcano?
there's a dog somewhere.
Peter would still get mad.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Peter's a dick. Alright, well, thanks for checking out this edition of the LexiCon podcast. Make sure you come back next week and the conversation will continue. But until then, I am and will continue to be Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
Casey.
And for the Sleeping Johnny, this is Lexi concluded.
Bye.
Meow, 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 you.